So this video came up on my For You page on TikTok today. And it said, stop spending your money. Watch this.
Is stop spending your dang money. Stop spending money. My TikTok is infested right now with people getting on here and talking about how they're in so much debt and cost of living is too high and on and on and on and on. And I understand all that cost of living is high, but it doesn't change the fact that your spending habits are ridiculous. Average American has an upwards of like almost $7,000 in credit card debt. Why? If you don't have the money to pay for it now, then don't buy it. I'm not anti-credit card. I have 3 credit cards. Almost all our purchases go on credit cards, but we have the cash to pay that off at the end of every month. I like Dave Ramsey, but I'm not a hardcore Dave Ramsey guy where he said, no, credit cards have a plastectomy because you shouldn't be using credit cards at all. I don't agree with that. There are a ton of points and all that stuff that you can take advantage, but you have to be super disciplined with it and you can't let it get overboard because it is definitely a slippery slope. And I do agree with the fact that he says you probably do spend a little more using credit cards. As long as you're disciplined, then I don't see a problem with credit cards. But why are you buying things that you can't afford now? A lot of this boils down to is stuff that you want to get to impress other people. I think I read the other day the average millionaire's vehicle is like $42,000. Not driving anything fancy. Yeah, it's a nice car, but they're not driving 70, 80, $100,000 vehicles. Sorry, but I'm going to say it. I don't believe for one second that people can't make enough money to live nowadays. I want to hear, oh, you live in the Midwest. You don't understand how expensive it is on the West Coast. No, I do. I lived in Hawaii in 2023. I understand how expensive cost of living can be. There are more ways to make money now than there has been ever in history. Do anything. The service industry is booming. Do something on the side. When you get home from work, go clean gutters, go mow the lawn like I posted about. Some lady was making $1,000 a week doing people's laundry for them. There's like, you can do anything, just service, and you're going to make extra money. I don't know if she's still doing it, but my friend Brandy was like buying and reselling stuff to pay off for all of her debt, and she's been tracking it on here, so I'll tag. Find you a side hustle for some supplemental income. If that doesn't work, sorry, find a new job. But the big thing is stop spending your dang money.
Stop spending your money. I have an old video. I'll post it here. I have an old video where I talked about not spending. I think I did that in February when we were talking about the economic blackout. And a lot of people were saying that they were going to stop spending as much, put themselves on a budget. But he makes a good point. If you feel like the cost of living is high, where can you cut spending? Where can you cut costs that you normally spend in your household? A lot of times, we go, I said it before, once we leave the house, we're spending for transportation, for gas, for things like that. We are spending money. It's inevitable. Once you leave the house, money is being spent. Dollars, coins, whatever it is, you spending something. But what I will say is that you can find cheaper ways to entertain yourself. You can find, cheaper grocery stores. Like I said in one of my other videos previously, I talked about Aldi's, I talked about Dollar Tree. I'm trying to find a way to make sure that we can save our money as much as we can in this current economy. And even going forward, if you do end up making a lot more money, you still want to make sure that you're saving, that you're budgeting, that you're investing properly.
Only buy the necessities. You need to stop overspending like your life is depending on it, because it is. Prices are skyrocketing and people are paying more than $10 for a carton of eggs. So stop buying eggs. Buy non-perishable items like beans. You need to be spending as if you have $0 in your bank account. I'm talking about bringing back the couponing. Getting those deals on bananas at a farmer's market. Buying flour and yeast and making your own bread. That's what it's coming down to, y'all. Don't say it's impossible, because it's not. There are so many ways and resources to live below your means. I'll give you one right now, okay? I want you to try this. Only leave your house if you have no food. Go into every cabinet, every shelf of your fridge. Try to create a meal before you go out and buy more food. Do not step foot into a mall because you do not need it. You need to be repurposing your old things. Stop buying books. Go get a library card. Support small businesses because they need us the most right now. And your wallet needs a break from spending.
She brings up 2 good points, right? That I think about often. Shopping in my closet. There's no need for me to go to the mall or go to TJ Maxx or go to Marshall's or wherever I can shop in my closet. Like, I literally have things that still have tags on them. And that's shame on me. I should have wore it when I bought it. But again, that might have been an impulse buy at the time. I don't know, but it's still in my closet with the tags on it. So instead of going out shopping, I can shop in my closet. I tell my sister this all the time. And I know she has more than I have because she's an impulse buyer for real, for real. So shop in your closet. And she gave a challenge there about not going to the grocery store unless you really need to. Try to shop in your cupboards, in your pantry, in your cabinets. Try to shop there first. Make a meal out of what you have in your deep freezer. Challenge yourself before you go out and say, oh, I need to buy more meats. I need to buy more fruit. I need to buy more of this. See what you have first. I know what I do now is I make a grocery list. I used to do this back in the day. I make a grocery list. Can I speak? And I go by what's on the grocery list, like strictly. I don't try to waver. I might see something, but no. That's a good point. Challenge yourself to just make what you have in your home. And if you don't have anything in your home, yes, of course, go grocery shopping, but plan out your meals. It's probably one of the best things that you can do as far as saving money when you go to the grocery store. Try Aldi's, try Lidl's, try Sprouts, try other places that are off-brand because they pretty much taste the same a lot of times. Of course, there's some things, but try that challenge.
If you want to stop shopping so much, you need this one thing. I used to shop away my 6-figure salary on clothes. I had credit card debt, barely any savings, and a closet full of things I never wore. I tried so many times to stop spending so much on clothes, but nothing ever worked until I found something I wanted more. If there's one thing you take from this video, it's this. We only do what we want to do. It sounds stupidly simple, but you have to find something that you want more than your dream wardrobe. Imagine you're 80 years old looking back on your life. What are you the most proud of? What are you the most grateful for? For most people, it's something like their relationship, their kids, their home, the business they built, or the traveling they did. Now, all of a sudden, you have this vision for your life. So are your spending habits getting you closer to that vision or further away from it? A bigger why is the most important thing you need to start tackling your shopping addiction and stay on track.
She talked about the vision for your life. Very interesting to, take that off of shopping. Think about the vision for your life. Think about the why. Think about things that'll make you happy in the long run. Think about your future. And that's so funny she says that because I have on a little bracelet today. I bought this so long ago. Probably in Macy's. Macy's was my favorite store to go to when I was younger. Like, I'm still not young, but in my college and my early 20s and all that day. Okay, whatever. But look at my bracelet. Can you see it? It says dream. So when she spoke about visions, think about, where you see yourself. Think about your dreams. Think about things that you want to do in life and what you want to save your money for instead of impulsively buying and going out and buying clothes that you already have a wardrobe upstairs or in your closet. You already have a wardrobe that is sufficient enough to get you through the next few months, even the next few years. No need to buy what's trending. You already got what's trending. You're trending. Now let's talk about some more tips that'll help us with overspending. I want to leave us with something that, we can walk away. Oh, are those my kids? Hold on. Stay on track. My kids have a half a day today from school. It's their last day. They're so excited. I'm excited for them. Speaking about overspending, I'm not paying for camp this year. Camp is expensive. So that's one of the things I have to think about. Childcare during the summer. I was talking to some moms the other day and they were like, we can't afford this camp. Camp is like $200 a week for one child. I have two. So $400 a week times 4, $1,600 a month. No, they will be home and we will come up with a curriculum. Sorry to get off track, but let's get back on track.
If you have a problem with impulse spending, that used to be me too, but let me show you how to fix it. There's a few different methods that you can try. Number one is a waiting period. So you implement a waiting period for yourself, whether that's 24 hours, a week, however long you want to make it. But before you make an impulse purchase, you force yourself to wait. It's called forcing the pause. And this is going to cause you to stop and think, do I really need this? So if your waiting period is 24 hours, you put that thing on a list or do what you need to do. You wait 24 hours and then you ask yourself, do I really want this thing? A lot of the times the answer is going to be no, because you're going to realize it was an impulse. Number two, savings match. So if you want to impulse buy something, say you're on Amazon or TikTok Shop or something, you really want to buy an item that's $30, ask yourself, can I buy this? And then also send $30 to my savings. If the answer is no, you don't need to buy that thing anyway. If the answer is yes, go ahead and buy it, but then send the matching amount to your savings account. That way your savings is benefiting by your impulse spending. Number three is the list. So create a list, whether it's on your notes app or whether it's an Amazon wish list, whatever it is, create a list and put all of your impulse buys throughout the month on that list. Do not buy them, just put them on the list. This differentiates in your head between delayed or denied. Okay, you're not denying yourself, you're delaying the purchase. So that way, when it's time to treat yourself, you have a running list of things that you want or you think you want, and you can go choose from them. And a lot of times when you go back to review that list, you're going to realize a lot of those things you don't even really want. When you're in the habit of just impulse buying everything you want, it can become a really bad habit and it can become really hard to break. But these methods can sort of help you step out of that. So try one. And the point is to find one that works for you, right? Because if it doesn't work for you, then it's pointless. My favorite and the one that I use the most is the waiting period. I do still struggle with impulses, but I have learned to control those a lot better. And it has saved me a lot of money. Now I can actually use that money for things that are going to get me ahead in life, like building my savings account or contributing to my investments, which is going to allow me to retire early. I promise you can do this. You just got to keep trying and be consistent. You got this.
Love it. I love that. So challenge yourself. Have a waiting period. I really like that. Let's see what she has to say.
Find yourself spending without thinking, only to wonder where your money went at the end of the month? Here are 4 tips to help you cut down on impulse spending. Tip 1, set a rule for how long you'll think about purchases before buying. I use a 24-hour rule, waiting a day to see if I still want it. Most times I forget about the item entirely. Tip 2, identify what triggers your spending. I noticed that I would make big purchases when I was half asleep scrolling on my phone in bed. So I stopped scrolling in bed altogether. Your trigger may be boredom or stress or even FOMO. Tip 3, make it harder for you to spend. Buying something in 2 clicks is too easy. Delete your saved payment info online and remove your cards from Apple Pay or Google Pay. This means you'll have to go all the way to your wallet to pay, and this small barrier can actually make you think twice. Tip 4, set a spending cap. Going cold turkey on shopping isn't realistic, but having a set budget helps. Take it a step further by giving yourself a prepaid card or cash so you can't overspend. Try these tips and let me know how it goes. What's your best hack to reduce impulse spending? Let me know in the comments below.
What's your best hack to reduce your spending? Let me know in the comments too. I appreciate that. She gave us 4 good tips that we can look at, or we can look into and try and experiment with and make some adjustments in our budgets. That was good. I really appreciate that too. So those were some good tips. Hopefully you can incorporate them into your daily spending life and make a budget for yourself. I might make a budget, and maybe I'll make a budget planner for us and add it to my page, and you could download it for free. I don't know if I'm gonna do it yet, but I think I'm gonna do that. In the works, it's coming. So probably on maybe one of my next few videos, if I start talking about money again, maybe I'll make one and add it. I know there's work behind it, like I have to do like an email funnel or something like that for you to get it, or maybe somehow you can download it. Maybe I can do that. Anyway, I think these tips are very helpful. So just like the first guy said, cost of living is high. We can't deny it, but we can make adjustments to our budgets. I hope some of these tips that I shared with you today were helpful and you can incorporate them into your daily spending or monthly spending and make use of them. Share in the comments. You know I love when you share what you're going to do. What are some hacks that you currently use to help you adjust your spending in this current environment? And even going forward, not just now, we always need to make adjustments to our budgets. Like he said, you know, even the rich people aren't out there buying like extravagant things, luxurious items. They are saving their money. They are investing it. And that's the same that we need to do. And as always, thank you so much for being here. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you can incorporate some of the tips that were provided to us, because those were some good tips, right? And I said thank you, right? Because I really am grateful. She mentioned gratitude. Oh my goodness, I didn't say that. I love gratitude, gratefulness, expressing how thankful I am for things. These are things that we have to incorporate into our daily lives. They say that if you exuberate or, show gratefulness out into the atmosphere, it will come back to you tenfold. Continue to be grateful for everything that you have. Seriously. Grateful, grateful, grateful. Gratefulness is flowing from my heart. I have a video where I talked about gratefulness. It's an old one. Don't judge me. I'm going to put it here, though. Go ahead and watch it. We talk about gratitude. Share some of your hacks in the comments. I love a good comment. And I will respond. I normally respond to most of my comments. If I don't respond, I'll heart it or I'll like it or something. But I appreciate you for being here. I appreciate the engagement. Seriously. Take care, and I will see you on the next video. Oh, and subscribe. I'm sitting here talking about, leave a comment, share, subscribe, engage. I appreciate it. And bye-bye. 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 So I saw this video about stop spending your money. So this video came across my For You page today. Stop spending your money. Stop spending your money. Let me see if I have one more. I thought I did, but let's see.
Different methods that you can try. Number one is
I think we have her already.
for yourself, whether that's 24
Let me
hours,
see.
a week.
Because the cost is going up, and pretty much there's nothing that you can really do about it, right? I won't say the cost is going up. So like the first guy said, cost of living is high. We can't deny it. However, we can make some adjustments in our budgets in order to, help us live a sustainable life, basically, to work within that budget, to make sure that we can make those adjustments that help us while the cost of living is rising. Make those adjustments. So like the first guy said, the cost of living is high, but we also can adjust our budgets to, make sure that we are able to spend more wisely, save more wisely, invest more wisely, things that we can do to make adjustments in this current environment and climate that we currently have. Like the first guy said, we talk about the cost of living being high, but we also have to talk about the way that we can adjust our budgets to sustain our lifestyle or our living costs in order to make it work. As always, thank you for being here. I hope this video was helpful. I appreciate you so much for watching. As always, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Subscribe if you like. All right, bye. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video.